If you're asking me, nothing says old school quite like a Telecaster. This one, though, is decidedly not old school. What's going on, friends? It's your good pal SeanPierceJohnson here. Welcome back to the studio, where today we are going to be looking at the Vola Vasti RF. The RF in this case standing for Rosewood Fretboard. Like I said, nothing says old school to me like the Telecaster, and this is Vola's take on that classic electric guitar shape. It has some vintage features, some modern features, but it comes together into something that is decidedly Vola and really all their own. A really unique take on that classic design. We're gonna go over the specs and of course listen to the sound, so let's just get right down to business, shall we? Vasti RF definitely fits the white guard Telecaster school of thought. A vintage white finish on an ash body with a tinted maple neck and rosewood fretboard. 25.5-inch scale, 22 frets. That's one sort of modern twist as opposed to the classic 21 fret. And the 6-in-line tuners up at the top, which are Goto branded tuners, are non-locking. So there's a lot of vintage appointments and vintage styling to this guitar, but then you take a look at the cuts, the contours, and the carves, and you know right away you're not going to be playing something that is a vintage-inspired instrument. The neck has a very large C shape to it, so it definitely fits that old school mentality, but that 12-inch radius on the fretboard means that everything is nice and flat. Your open position chords are going to sound just as good as your bar chords up at the high portion of the neck. Leads up really high, which you're actually able to get decently high even with the 4-bolt neck, and down at the bottom of the neck everything's going to play out and ring out exactly like it should. Vintage characteristics and stylings, modern playability, something that Vola seems to have perfected the formula of and that I like a lot. The pickups are also designed by Vola as well. In the bridge we have the VDR1, and in the neck we have the VDS1. What's really cool about this pickup set though is that the bridge pickup is a dual blade humbucker pickup, and they've done something interesting with the electronics layout. It looks like your classic Telecaster 3-way switch, master volume, master tone, but the master volume is a push-pull pot. Now what's interesting is that in the down position you're actually getting the single coil bridge voicing, and if you want the full humbucker you pull up. It's an interesting choice that they've made here because they figure that most people are going to gravitate towards the more classic Telecaster kind of sounds, so you're going to get all that twangy goodness with the volume knob pushed down, and then if you really want that mean raucous humbucker sound, pull up on it, you get a little bit of a boost in volume, and it doesn't radically change the voice of the pickup. You still get that sort of Telecaster kind of sound. It's just a little beefier, a little meatier, all in all, a rock and roll machine. The beauty of this guitar is its simplicity, and we've rifled through all the specs, so now let's get to the sounds. First, clean into the Rock Reverb 100, no effects whatsoever, other than a little bit of reverb from the Boss TAE. And now we must go dirty, switching over to the Rock Reverb's dirty channel, again with just a little bit of reverb. And now just a few more sounds to show you what else this deceptively simple looking guitar can do. Vasti RF from Vola Guitars. If you are sick and tired of all the normal Telecaster style guitars out on the market and really want something different, this is the one that you're going to want to take a look at. There's a few quirky things about this guitar that I've found over the months that I've had it with me in the studio. The first being that the string tension is a lot looser than I would have expected it to be. And I think maybe that's because the body is slightly smaller, so although we have our normal 25.5-inch scale length, there's just something about the strings. I don't know if it's because I'm normally a 10 player and this might be strung up with 9s, but there's something kind of cool about the way that the strings sound with a bit of a looser tension. It's not a short scale instrument, but to my hands it feels like this is a short scale instrument, and I really like to be able to just really grab onto the strings and just bend them for all they're worth. It's kind of a fun thing for me. I'm really surprised by these pickups and how good they sound. The humbucker voicing on this is mean and nasty, and you can definitely get down with some detuned riffage if you want to. But I really do love this neck pickup. It's not got that ringing high end, it's a much warmer high end than some of the other Telecaster neck pickups that I've played in recent times. And I find that that warmth works really well for a lot of the things that I find myself trying to play and a lot of the different sounds that I'm hearing in my head. Ultimately, I have a Telecaster already, so I'm already going to be sticking with that, but I have to say, it is awesome to see that platform changed into something very new, high quality, the build is great, the fret edges, you have nothing to worry about. When you pick this up, you are going to be playing and you are going to be having fun in no time. And with that, my friends, I thank you so much for watching and would love to know what you guys thought of the Vola Vasti RF. Let me know in the comment section below, and make sure when you see it that you click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because there's plenty more videos coming up as we round out the year. But if you want to make sure that you see those videos before anyone else in the world, as well as see some exclusive videos from my archives, head over to my Patreon page. There's a link for that in the description below, and you'll be able to help support the channel as well as get some of those exclusives. It's been awesome of you guys to spend part of your day with me. I hope wherever you are that you are doing well. And until next time, my friends, I'm SeanPierceJohnson, wishing you all out there great tone, good health, and happy stomping. Cheers, friends, and God bless you.